And now, live from the Old Guy John Studios, high above his garage, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, here's Old Guy John.
All right, welcome in everyone on YouTube live on this Saturday evening, 31st of May. Got my nice got my nice microphone in view there. There we go. Got it out of the way. Think you can still hear me. Thanks for coming in on this live. I'm going to wait and see if I have chats out here. Looks like I should be getting out live. Let me see if I have a hello over here. Hello. There we go. All right. Welcome. This is my second live on YouTube. And I do have my microphone on because I can hear myself. So Old Guy John, once again mentioned this is my second live. You can check out my profile, and this is going to be my way to let you look at my profile down here. So if you check out my profile, you'll see a few things there. I do have some longer videos there, but I have a lot of shorts in there. So I am known for three things. I am known for dad jokes, inspirational quotes, which you will witness here, and also inspirational poems. So if you check out my shorts, you will see dad jokes and inspirational quotes there, and believe I at least have one poem that I posted over there. So humbly ask you to go ahead and check out my profile. I'm going to see if I can find myself over here, but it doesn't look like I can at this point where I'm trying to look right now. So I'm going to try to check myself out somewhere else. But I believe I should be getting out. So we'll see if we have viewers coming on here. So thanks on this Saturday evening. I'll go ahead and do a promotion for these lives, so that hopefully you'll be able to check out these lives that I'm doing. I need to cancel something else over here real quick that I'm doing. One thing that I always start these lives with is a very serious message about suicide prevention. So suicide continues to be a significant issue in the United States and around the world. I learned this week I am a military veteran, a retiree, and our demographic is at a much higher rate of suicide than the rest of the public. And I learned this week that 8 veterans every week take their own lives, which is just horrible. All life has worth. There is a program called Be the One from the American Legion, and it's just asking that we be the one to check on others. So if there's someone you know who may be going through a difficult time, you yourself might be going through a difficult time, there are people to help you. There are live counselors standing by. All you have to do is dial 988 And if you're a veteran like myself, dial 988 and select option 1, and you will be put in touch with a live counselor that has specific experience with veterans. And again, might not be you going through a difficult time, but you may know someone, maybe a family member, someone you work with that you notice is acting a bit different than normal, seem a little bit more down. Might just take a smile from you to let them know that you love them or you're thinking about them, and may help them through a difficult time. So thank you for listening to me during that. All right, Ming Bird, we've got somebody in the house over here on YouTube. Thanks for coming in. This is my second live that I've done. I'm not announcing these. I had intended to do this at about 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, but I just finished lives on a couple other media platforms and coming over here. So coming in a little bit later. So thanks for coming in. This is my first live like this. The live I did on Monday, you can see if you go into my profile, was in the theme of Memorial Day. But today is my regular type theme. Those of you over here on YouTube, I use a couple of different gimmicks. So I use bells here. This bell, if someone makes a comment like Ming Bird, I will ring that bell. And then if I have a new follower that I can see where that notification is, or if you identify yourself, you get the big old cowbell here. And finally, if someone says something sort of significant, we get the little ding-a-ling there. So I do these lives, will be doing these on YouTube. Not sure if I have decided to do Saturday night or go with another day to do these lives. But I will do these lives. This is going to be the same content as I do on the other platforms. So if you follow me over there, Old Guy John, you'll be seeing kind of a repeat. Let's see. Isaiah does a lot of stuff. Hey. Thanks. So, Isaiah, thanks for coming in. As I was reading what Isaiah was saying there, I pushed my little earpiece monitor deep inside my ear. So I think it's coming out my other ear here. I pushed it in so deep. So Isaiah is a follower. And good thing that you like dad jokes, because I do these lives in 3 different segments. I like to call this the Inspiration Hour. This is a safe place to come out here on social media, non-threatening type things. I stay away from 2 topics. I stay away from politics and religion, which may be a relief to y'all. So I do 3 things. As Isaiah mentioned, I do dad jokes, I do inspirational quotes, and I also do inspirational poems. So I do these in segments of 3. So dad jokes, inspirational quotes, inspirational poems, and I do 4 sets of those. So this goes about an hour, if you can tolerate me that long. Otherwise, I understand it's a Saturday evening here in the Pacific Northwest. May already be Sunday morning. No, not yet. Getting close to Sunday morning over on the East Coast in the U.S. So thanks for coming in. Got the LOL from Isaiah there. Thanks. If you have not, let's see. Yep, I have 2 viewers in here. So Ming Bird, thanks for being in here. thanks. Thanks for that kind word there, Isaiah. Yeah, some of my friends, when I tell them on other social media, I have over 2,700 subscribers, followers on TikTok, and just surpassed 1,000 over on Instagram, and I'm trickling over 200 over here on YouTube. So it's a secret. Don't tell anybody. YouTube is my goal to focus on and do the most things over here on YouTube. So y'all can say that you are some of the pioneers. And I'll introduce Karoka-chan at this point. She's a moderator. So if you come in here and start saying bad things like Isaiah, just kidding, Isaiah. But if someone comes in and starts making comments that aren't in the spirit of the live, we gently ask them to move on to another live. But very happy that you are here with me this evening. I actually had Karoka-chan and another person, Romar, in here on my first live Monday. So I've already got a couple of more people in here. So that is cool. The theme this week, I do themes here, and the theme this week is kindness. So the inspirational quotes and inspirational poems will be kindness, but the dad jokes are just going to be dad jokes. So here we go, Isaiah and Mingbird. I know I'll get to the jokes here in a second. I think I could focus up a bit better. I'm sorry about that. I am in focus on my other camera shot here, but my line of sight's not where it needs to be when I have this particular camera on. So I'll go back to cam 1 there. I went to an eyeglass convention last week. It was a real spectacle. And I can't wait to give my childhood toys to my grandkids. It's a great way to pass on my legacy. And what genre of music do national anthems belong in? Country music. And why should you never iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you don't want to press your luck. And what do you call an indecisive beach? I'm not sure. And what did the inventor of ballet skirts figure out what to name them? She simply put 2 and 2 together. And why did the plumber quit his job? It was too draining. And what is the loudest pet you can get? A trumpet, of course. And why does keeping tropical fish in your home reduce stress and anxiety? Because of the indoor fins. And our housekeeper told us that she was going to start working from home, so she sent us a list of things to do. All right, thanks for coming in, Old Guy John, here on YouTube. My first full live that I'm doing, and that's F-U-L-L, not F-O-O-L. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. Yes. Isaiah, you are more than welcome to use some of these jokes. Some have asked me, where do you get this wonderful material? It is in the dad joke universe. So when I do become a thing, I had mentioned and lost train of thought there. Train left the station. I speak to some of my friends and acquaintances, and they say, "John, we'll remember, or we'll tell people that I knew him before he made it big." So I am a bit of a narcissist, but I also am humble. I like to call this the Inspiration Hour because of the things that I present here. And again, today's theme is going to be kindness. Um, but I like to give myself the moniker the Mr. Rogers for adults. Ooh, I've got a live running chart here that shows me how many comments are being made at what times. I like that. Or how many people are viewing. That's what it is. So thanks for being here. Looks like Isaiah and Kuroka-chan are in here with me. So thanks. Let's see. Hopefully, I'll pop up on a couple of my other 200 subscribers list here that I'm live. A couple of them might not want to have in here, but anyway, that's another topic entirely. Once again, for Isaiah, I do these lives in segments. This is my second YouTube live, and I like YouTube because it automatically saves this live. So in case you need to go to bed or, go see a man about a horse or something, you have to Google that one. You can always check the replay, but you cannot use my replay without the express written consent of Old Guy John and the Old Guy John Studios. That was kind of a joke. So now I'm into some inspirational quotes. Yeah. Thanks, Isaiah. Yeah, some Instagram, I hit 13K and over 1,000 likes, and yeah, I had a 18K view on one of the silly dad jokes over here, so that is very cool. Let me get my audience involved. Thank you. Yeah, 18,000.
Wow.
Yeah, nice, huh? All right, so inspirational quotes in the theme of kindness. And actually, instead of my rolling background, I know the edges are cut off here and it's a little dim. Let me know if, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I think it's coming through a little blurry and a little fuzzy. Yeah, I'll go back to the original here. So, inspirational quote. This one is from Plato. "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle." And here's one from Roy T. Bennett. "Attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely." And again, this is from Roy T. Bennett, from his book, The Light in the Heart. And I had done so many quotes from Roy T. Bennett that I decided to go ahead and buy this book from the Big A. Notice my hands shaking there a little bit. So Isaiah, since you're in here, have another viewer in the room here. Thanks for coming in. I do have what's called essential tremor, so it's just natural that I have like a little tremor, especially in my hands, sometimes in my head here. Inherited that from my dear departed father. It's nothing that is serious enough to disable me or be a disability for me, but it is kind of annoying. So if you haven't seen me shaking, it's not because I'm exceptionally nervous. It's just that I have that essential tremor. I'm a technical instructor by trade, so I'm in front of people all the time. And again, you probably pick up I'm a little bit of a narcissist. So I do enjoy being in front of people. But that's not the purpose of these lives. The purpose of these lives is to inspire you. You may have been or may have had a tough week. Something happened to you during this week or today. Might be feeling a little down. So maybe one of my wonderful dad jokes or one of these inspirational quotes will lift you up, lighten your day. So here's another one. I just randomly picking this out of the book. Everyone can always find something positive in everything. Nobody is exempt from the trials of life, but everyone can always find something positive in everything, even in the worst of times. So again, that's from Roy T. Bennett, from The Light in the Heart. And I'm going to do a little interaction here. Let's see. One of the videos I made with low effort on my last channel, I got 100,000 views. Woo! Yeah, I did have a thing where I thought it was kind of clever, where when you had the sign there, it was like "Dad, joke ahead," and then the D would fall off and ting, and then a B would come into place and say "Bad joke ahead." But somebody early on TikTok said, that's too long of an intro there. So that's why I cut it to what I did. And I think it's just a matter of awareness, right? Like I said, I've got 200 followers over here on YouTube. So the more I do this, I've been trying to post shorts every day. I think word will get out there, and hopefully somebody like you, Isaiah, might be able to share with somebody. So sorry to hear that you had the tough week. Oh, lost a kitten and your computer broke. Yeah, pets in our lives. We're not a pet family. I've had pets growing up, but they were all outdoor pets. But there is someone I haven't seen her over on YouTube here. Tiffany Boda is over on both Instagram and TikTok, and she has a daughter. I would say she's maybe a tweenie, probably 12, 13, and they just had lost their cat that was she was very close to her daughter and their family, and she made a very very emotional, relatable video about that. So what I was trying to get to here is I actually don't need this keyboard. This is gonna really mess me up. So I'm gonna use my keyboard over here. Yeah, she's a inspirational person. I might in fact, I'm thinking about doing my quotes and poems here on YouTube in the regular landscape format here. That's more suitable to YouTube, but we'll see. Because in the shorts, I think a lot of people are watching their shorts in that vertical format. But what I want to put down here, and I know she's over here too, is Kit Burks. So I'm putting it in the chat there. So Kit Burks is a poet from England, and the algorithms over on TikTok, threw me in the For You page over there, and it was just a gift to me. Very, very inspirational person. So I would ask you to check her out and her postings out. I'm pretty sure she is over here on YouTube. But she is doing a walk, and it is a walk for awareness of mental wellness and suicide prevention. And she is walking from the northernmost tip in Norway of Europe down to the southernmost tip of Europe. As again, just not as a money maker for her or anything, but for awareness of mental wellness. But one of the things, I started the live here, don't know if you happen to catch it there, Isaiah, but 988, the National Suicide Hotline number. She did a poem, and I'll share it with you all here at some point. But she says, I'm glad that you were bad at dying. And I originally started, I was like, what's she getting at here? And the message was, she's just so happy that the person she's talking about decided not to take their life. So very, very inspirational person. So I ask you to check her out. And if you happen to be going through maybe some relationship poems, I also found this poet, Whitney Hansen. This is one of her books here. Whitney Hansen, traditional, that wasn't good, traditional spelling of Whitney Ann Hansen. So Whitney Hansen. So those are the two people I would. It's Isaiah. Thanks for your comment there about full screen video makes live streams get fewer views. Yeah, probably everybody's watching on their phone, but I do this for TikTok and Instagram, so even if they're viewing on their phone, I guess it's going to shrink me in and make this whole thing really tiny. So that would be the bad thing about that. But otherwise, other people that I subscribe to on YouTube, everything's in the widescreen here. So in here on the theme of kindness, got a little bit derailed there. So we're into some inspirational quotes about kindness. So this is from Henry James. 3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind. And here's one from Mark Twain. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. I love that one. A beautiful quote there from Mark Twain. This is from Anne Frank, from the Diary of Anne Frank. No one has ever become poor by giving. So showing a little kindness in giving. And here's one from the Reverend Desmond Tutu. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. And that is significant because we need kindness in the world today. A lot going on out there in social media, even over here on YouTube. A lot of mean stuff out there, and comments that people make. Very mean, can be mean. All right, let me want to say something I recommend. You make streams or full screen videos, try and advertise in shorts. You can link full screen videos to shorts with related videos. Okay. Thanks, Isaiah. Yeah, I'm fairly much a newbie over here on YouTube. And so like in the other platforms that I'm on, like for the dad jokes, I have the name of that dad joke. And it's very easy to put that as like a screenshot or a capture for that particular short. But when I look in YouTube, it seemed to say, upload one from your device. And it was like, don't have one to upload. But thanks, Isaiah, for the recommendation there. So here's another inspirational quote, and this is from Hanya Yanagihara, and this is from her work, A Little Life. And this is more about a romantic encounter. And so I try to be kind to everything I see, and in everything I see him. And here's one from E. Lockhart, the last one for this segment. This is from E's work. We were liars. Be a little kinder than you have to. Very simple, very to the point. Thanks for being in here. Looks like we have 3 people in here. So person number 3, not sure, or looks like 4, I don't know, saying this before. I believe I know who all 4 people in here, but excuse me, thanks for sticking in here. Let my let my script run on there. Thanks for being in here, Isaiah, and thanks for the tips. So theme this week is kindness. I do these lives in segments. I have a group of dad jokes, a group of inspirational quotes, and an inspirational poem or 2. And again, this week's theme is kindness. Looking over here to my right, because that's the only place I can see me live. On the monitor on YouTube Studio, I'm coming through pretty late there. Ooh, thanks, Isaiah. Look at that. Getting ready. Of course, I could present VR content of myself. Wouldn't that be scary? So here's an inspirational poem. This is How Often, If Only. And this is from Abimbola T. Alabi. Isaiah, since you are new to the live here, I pull these poems primarily from a website called Family Friend Poems. They have poems from famous poets such as Robert Frost. Even have other famous poets, but more contemporary poets that are not well known. So I like to present these here, and maybe somebody will say, hey, Abimbola T. Alabi, let me check out Abimbola's poems. I really like this. So this was published in February of 2018. And again, this is How Often, If Only. If only we'd have helping hands that lead, open arms accepting those in need, not fingers pointing out misdeeds. If only we'd have tender lips full of smiles, gently speaking the truth instead of lies, not a caustic tongue that beguiles. If only we'd have eyes keen for good results, and not leering eyes that insult, or ones always searching for faults. If only we'd have a gentle soul willing to forgive, a tender heart that offers reprieve, not one that is flinty and stiff. How often we'd have goodwill with our fellow being, get by with even those who seem mean, and enjoy peace without and within, if only. So, very nice poem from Abimbola T. Alabi. That's called How Often, If Only. Thanks for coming by. Looks like we had 4 in here. Now we're back to the 3. So thanks for being in here. Theme this week is kindness. We are into our second segment. So Isaiah, here's some more dad jokes. Thanks for the comment about the nice poem. What is Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. Banana. And Dave no longer sees his wife and kids, all because of gambling. He won the lottery and moved to Barbados. And what do you call a belt with a watch on it? A waste of time. And what's E.T. short for? Because he's only got little legs. And what do you call a loaf of sourdough bread at the zoo? Bread in captivity. Dad, I was tackled at football practice today and got the wind knocked out of me. Wow, son, that sounds breathtaking. And what type of luggage do vultures bring with them on airplanes? Carry-on. And what did the dentist name his new boat? The Tooth Fairy. And what do you become when reading too long while sunbathing? Well read. And what kind of cheese surrounds a castle? Mozzarella. And what do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? Irrelevant. All right, thanks for coming in. Looks like we still got Isaiah in here. Thanks. Yeah, I try to pull out some of the good dad jokes here. I do post regularly here on YouTube some of my older stuff. You can follow me if you care to, if you're on TikTok. I'm Old Guy John 2, T-O-O. I'm also Old Guy John over there. But at the time I started all this social media stuff, thought I had to have separate accounts on different devices. That's why I'm an old guy from the Pacific Northwest up here. But anyway, Old Guy John 2, T-O-O, is the one that took off. Old Guy John, I actually have a video saying, hey, if you came here, go over to Old Guy John 2. Got over 2,700 followers over there. Wait a minute. Audience. And over on Instagram, just passed 1,000 followers, mainly because of the dad jokes. Thank you, thank you. And over 200. I wish I had a little single clap for that over here on YouTube, but this is going to be where it happens with Old Guy John. So simply Old Guy John over on YouTube. I mean over on Instagram. Wherever I am. All right, theme for today, kindness, going into some inspirational quotes. Okay, thanks Isaiah for that. Oh, well, just keep at it. You know, the key to followers and staying relevant is to regularly post. That's why I mentioned on Instagram and TikTok this evening that I'm going to try to post every day. I've pretty much been doing that over here on YouTube, but there is some effort involved as a content creator. But it's worthwhile to me. I haven't shared this with you, Isaiah, but I do call this the Inspiration Hour. There have been a couple of loyal followers on the other platforms that have let me know that they stumbled across my live, and that particular evening they were in a very having a tough time getting through the day, or having an especially tough day, and that one of the quotes that I read inspired them and gave them hope again in a couple instances. So if that's what I can do with what I do out here on social media, then it's worth it to me. I'm not here for monetization or anything like that. All right. Ooh, nice. I'll have to check your stuff out over there. Do a reverse follow on there, or a complimentary follow. So interested in that. Thanks. That is inspiring, Isaiah. Thanks for that comment. So back into some inspirational quotes. I think I can actually. There's no reason not to leave the theme on there, is there? Well, yeah, it kind of interferes a little bit. So this is another quote from Roy T. Bennett. Be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone feels loved and believes in the goodness in people. And a very appropriate quote here this evening. I like that one. And here's one. Guard well within your surf. Guard well, you can tell this is live. Guard well within yourself that treasure, kindness. Know how to give without hesitation, how to lose without regret, how to acquire without meanness. And that's from George Sand. And this is one from Adam Lindsay Gordon. Life is mostly froth and bubble. Two things stand like stone. Kindness in another's trouble, and courage in your own. And here's one from R.J. Palacio from Wonder. We have one here from R.J. and one a little bit later. Courage, kindness, friendship, character. These are the qualities that define us as human beings and propel us on occasion to greatness. I love that one. And here's one. This is from Audrey Hepburn, beautiful actress from the 40s, 50s. One of her most famous works was Breakfast at Tiffany's. The beauty of a woman is not in a facial mole, but true beauty in a woman is reflected in her soul. It is the caring that she lovingly gives, the passion that she knows. And again, that's from Audrey Hepburn. And here's one from Khalil Gibran. Tenderness and kindness are not signs of weakness and despair, but manifestations of strength and resolution. And here's one from Ralph Waldo Emerson. You cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. And from ancient philosopher Aesop, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And another one in this segment from Khalil Gibran, from his work The Prophet. To be little, you have to be little. So someone who belittles is little themselves. I like that. Let's see, from Isaiah here. Thinks you might not understand my full screen video because it's about a series that some people don't like due to its nature. It's a good series on the newer episodes. Skibidi Toilet. Yeah, we see those collectibles in the store. I can't say I've seen any of that. But that's okay. But again, as a follower, I at least owe you to check out, or owe you that I should check out some of your content there. All right, Old Guy John, senior citizen, doing this on Saturday evenings for right now on YouTube from the Old Guy John Studios, high above my garage, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, actually in the Portland, Oregon area. But getting ready to retire, Isaiah, probably in about a year. Looking at this point to move to the southeast of the U.S., Huntsville, Alabama. All right, yeah, I might watch an episode, but again, I'm an ancient guy. Been around the sun 67 times now. My 67th lap I completed on the 2nd of May. And just don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. I feel like I'm going in circles. Sorry, I had to get to it there. All right, so here's another inspirational poem. This is from Mariah B. This is called Winners. And this emphasizes that we don't have to win all the time to make strides or be significant in our life. So again, this is from Family Friend Poems, and this is from May of 2015. None of us can stop. We all want to get to the top. We want to finish in front of the line, but we're running out of time. Truth be told, you have to be bold and daring rather than caring, so you can be better than the rest and best of the best. Why can't we be nice, not have personalities like ice? It shouldn't mean you're weak because you're not on a winning streak. Success can be measured in different ways, not only by the amount of money and praise, but by how good you feel. That's when you know that success is real. It's important to know that wherever you go, someone will try to outdo you. But make something of it, will you? Is life about coming out ahead? Or is it about going slow instead? It's about finding who you are and remembering to look up at the stars. When you walk down the street, never look down at your feet. Winning doesn't mean coming out ahead. It means being perfectly happy instead. People are worth more than money, so make every day sunny. Don't struggle with too much strife, and you will have a good outlook on life. And again, that is a poem entitled Winners from Mariah B. And she published that back in 2015. Once again, I compile these scripts. This The poems I mostly use are from a website called Family Friend Poems. And I hadn't expressed this to you, Isaiah, but I don't just pull things from the interweb and throw them in here and see if they stick. When I read these, when I'm preparing these scripts, what I present here means something to me. That's why I share it with you. So thanks from coming here. Let's see. All right. So Isaiah's saying my only full screen video is one of the only animations I've posted on this channel. Shorts is on games. Okay. Thanks. Yep. Isaiah there. Yeah, I, again, comments from people not unlike yourself saying that you had maybe not a perfect day today, and stumbling across me here has given you a little better, picked you up a little bit, let's say. And for me, that's the only thing I look for as a reward in doing these lives. Besides hundreds of beautiful women adoring me, my wife won't like to hear that. So, but anyway, all seriousness aside, time for some more dad jokes. One scientist pointed to a cloning machine and said, "I don't understand how this thing works." The other scientist said, "Well, that makes two of us." And if you borrow money, always borrow from a pessimist, because they won't expect it back. And some people have a lot of trouble sleeping, but me, I can do it with my eyes closed. Why is it important to act quickly during a flood? Because it's an emergent sea. And why couldn't the lumberjack think of a good tree pun? He was stumped. And what kind of cars do sheep drive? Lamborghinis. And I won a contest at the state fair for growing the biggest pickle. It was kind of a big deal. Last night I dreamt I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda, but it was just a fantasy. And at what sports do waiters do well? Tennis, because they're really good at serving. And what does a sea monster eat? Fish and chips. All right, Old Guy John, senior citizen here in the Pacific Northwest. If you happen to be viewing this live right now, still have the small crowd. But if you're viewing this as a replay, I would ask you to check out my profile on my channel. I'm known for a couple of things. Dad jokes, like you just experienced, inspirational quotes, which we're about to get into, and inspirational poems. The theme on the live this week is kindness. The lotus is the most beautiful flower, whose petals open one by one, but it will only grow in the mud. In order to grow and gain wisdom, first you have to have the mud, the obstacles of life and its suffering. The mud speaks of the common ground that humans share. No matter what our stations in life, whether we have it all, we have nothing, we are all faced with the same obstacles: sadness, loss, illness, dying, and death. If we are to strive as human beings to gain more wisdom, more kindness, and more compassion, we must have the intention to grow as a lotus and open each petal one by one. And that is from actress and one-time model Goldie Hawn. Here's another inspirational quote. This is from Lao Tzu. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. And here's one. This is from R.J. Palacio, again from his work Wonder. Mr. Brown's September precept. When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. And this is one from Catherine Stockett from her famous work, The Help. All I'm saying is, kindness don't have no boundaries. And here's one from Maggie Stiefvater from Maggie's work Forever. People shouldn't have to earn kindness. They should have to earn cruelty. And here's one from Steve Maraboli from Life, the Truth, and Being Free. And Steve Maraboli, like Roy T. Bennett, sorry, just trying to get the name back in my head here. Steve Maraboli is another one who inspires me to the point where I purchased one of his books. Here's a quote about kindness from him. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. And speaking of Roy T. Bennett, here's another from Roy. Always have a willing hand to help someone. You might be the only one that does. And I like this one from Shannon Alder. Carve your name on hearts, not tombstones. A legacy is etched into the minds of others and the stories they share about you. Very, very nice. All right, so this is already the last segment here. Looks like we're going right about in an hour here, so I don't know if YouTube cuts me off in an hour, but I'll jump right in. Theme this week has been kindness. Gonna finish the live here with a couple of more poems. This is called Ears That Hear, and this is from Gabby Mac 60, and this is again from the Family Friend Poems website. This was originally published in 2016. Ears that hear, eyes that see, a heart that understands. One who sees the broken pieces, gently holding them in your hands. Eyes that tear up with emotion, ears that hear what you can't. A heart that beats with feeling, helping pain to edge away. Ears that hear the silent cries, a heart that feels the breaking, a soul who knows the kind of pain. The anguish, depth of aching, ears that listen patiently, eyes that see through tears, an empathetic, caring heart that understands your fears. And that is a poem called Ears That Hear from Gabby Mac 60. And the final poem that we have today is Help Take the Pain Away. And this is in the idea of being next to someone at their bedside, maybe going through some health issues, maybe someone who's near death. This is called Help Take the Pain Away, and this is from Paul Holmes, again from Family Friend Poems, and this is from December 2022. You don't have to be a hero to relieve an aching heart, to ease the burdens on his shoulders. A kind word will make a start. A friendly smile may be all you need to raise his spirits high. A gentle touch upon the arm can ease a heavy sigh. You don't have to be a genius to know what words to say. Just by being at his bedside is relief enough for that day. A warm embrace from a friend is the best medicine you can give. To feel really cared about adds further reason to live. You don't have to be a Superman to be strong enough to show how much that you care to make a heart really glow. Any of these suggestions will encourage and comfort each day that you try to help a loved one and take the pain away. That is Help Take the Pain Away. And that was written by Paul Holmes, published back in 2022. So thanks. Looks like Isaiah that you're still here. So thanks for being in here this evening. This is the part of the live where I wind things down. And I let you know, first of all, that I'm humbled by your presence here, Isaiah, on this evening, spending the time you've spent here. That does mean something to me, and hopefully something that I presented tonight means something to you. One thing that I tell all of my followers is you are a beautiful person, you're special, and you're loved. Never forget that you are a beautiful person, you are special, and you are loved. I ask you, have a request this week, that you be humble and kind to others. And if you're so inclined, open your heart to someone. Our hearts are huge on the inside, and we can share with many, many people. Or something just as simple as a smile. Share that this week with someone. But thanks again for being in here this evening. I will be back at this point next Saturday. It will be the first week of June. Wow, pretty crazy already that we're in June. So as always, I say have a good evening and stay safe and stay well. Thanks, Isaiah. Have fun with your VR there. And for the rest out here in YouTube land, thanks, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.